I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World.
All right, Professor Vinster here. Now, in front of me, I've got these I built back when I believe I was 27 years old, and I was working on these fish in, of course, wood. Now, this one here actually was left in the garage at my old place, and a squirrel decided to come in and chew the head off of it. So that one got chewed there. He thought he'd chew on here a bit. I guess he thought it was tasty because this is like, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's like Juggelson wood or something like that. And it's actually grown in the wet, I guess the rainforest. And it's very hot and it's very little grain. So that was what I liked about it. And you know where I got it from? I actually got it from Skidwood at my work when I worked in the factory. I was a shipper. So that one there, I was going to finish this up, do the scales in it, all on the wood there when I get the chance. And then I was thinking about scanning them. And then I can make a few different ones. And maybe if friends and family would want them, I'm going to scan them on a scanner and print them in with a 3D. This one here, I was working on that I already got the eye on it. And again, squirrel got hungry and he decided to eat that. So I filled that with actual Bondo. Bondo has the same expansion expansion and I guess despansion. Or yeah, it with the temperature, it works good for plywood. If there's blemishes in plywood from your Home Depot, you'll see some gray or a different color, and that's actually Bondo or body fill. And like I said, it expands it the same as wood does. Now, this guy was done in a few different sections. I wanted also, the one thing I was really working on at the time, that was way back here. Here you go. Of cutting inside. Now, he's a little bit flat, a little flatter, but he's going to be a mount that goes on the wall. So I thought that was pretty cool. And on driftwood. Now, the rat, that wasn't a rat, looked like a rat. The squirrel started chewing on this part of it. And I guess the wood's very tasty. I don't know if they actually eat it or if anybody knows that, let me know, because if they eat the stuff, that's really, really weird. Or he wanted it for bedding. I have no idea. So the goal of that is to finish those, do the scales. I usually draw the scales in, hit them with what I call a ruddy ball on the Dremel. I got a really nice Dremel that it's really easy to work with. Plus, you've seen this before. I'll turn this baby on, and you might do the thing and do the whatever I need to do. And this would probably do some nice scales, and then cut the backs off them later. I've got a few friends online that do wood carvings. I like it. I don't like working with wood with the carvings as much as I used to, because now the 3D printing, it's kind of a new thing to me that I really, really, really like. And like I said, scanning these would be great. This one here, I'm working on 3D print, and here's the inside of the mouth again. This is what I was trying to achieve back in the old days. But hey, it actually worked out pretty good. And the fins, now I was thinking what I might do is, because what I'm going to do is scan these. I was thinking of maybe finishing the actual fin off with the 3D print. And then no one will even notice the difference, really. I'm not really worried about when you carve these. Well, they call it carve. I call it sculpturing. Carving is somebody that gets in the chiseling, does it all with a chisel, or the chainsaw artwork is pretty cool. This I use the Dremel, which is electric. I call it sheeting. This back fin, this back tail fin was put on cut a slot it in, and glued in with Bondo. Same with this one here. If I bring that up there, you can see that slipped in and then Bondoed. Same with the top ones. They're the same thing. And the eye put in with the Bondo again. So, and then each piece put together, you can see actually on the back here, you can see where I joined it. I actually had it sitting with a piece of driftwood. So I really enjoy it. I mean, if I had a place where I could be comfortable instead of sitting in the garage, it's warm out there because I got a heat pump, but I'd rather be in the area where I can look at my picture of what I'm trying to achieve. But I will finish these with that back there like that. And this guy here, his eye has to be done. But the guy that made this, you can get this on Cults. It's 3D. I forget what I paid for it. It was actually on sale, and I grabbed it. And here too, the fin that this guy's got, I could actually make this and do the same size. Well, maybe not the same size fin, but that fin would work perfect. And then these fins here, I could do the same thing, slip them in, because my goal, like I said, the goal is to actually do a scan of these when I get a scanner. I haven't got one of those yet. I'm hoping. And then do the fins down here and then airbrush it like I do all the other ones. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then mounting them. And then, put it this way. My site is called, it's called, shouldn't say the wrong word, the wrong name, but it's Jurplastic World Through the Lens with 3D printing. So it's with 3D printing. So having these on, it's not crazy. It's actually pretty cool. So I'm thinking that if I do that, yeah, this guy here is actually cool too. And I will carve inside the mouth. Now, on the wood carvings, since they're so, to me, they take a little extra time. I think I'm just going to do them. But then I'm going to 3D print them. So I want them both sides. So I'll have to take time to do both sides. Unless I scan it and put the scales in later, but then I'll have to learn how to do that. I wish somebody would correct I'll say that word. Somebody want to let me know the easiest way to do that. Scan it all finished. Or can I scan it like this? Finish it? That might be a thing too. So I'm looking to see what the deal would be with that. And if anybody knows that, and I'm hoping somebody will maybe answer me that do with the 3D scanning. Like, do I put the things in? Do I make it smooth, or I just get the shape of it? That would be cool too. And then maybe change stuff on it. That way, if I want to finish it anyway. But so that's where I am right now. It's kind of a dilemma. How I'm going to go about it. So I'm just wondering if maybe someone's got some ideas. I know this is a long video just talking about this, but it's something that I want to get moving on. I'm not getting any younger. So if, like I said, any comments would be great. I mean, this guy's pretty straightforward. There's no real curve to him this way, but he's got the curve this way, and so does this other one I worked on here. This one's got that curve there, and I got the idea there, and yeah, and every fish is different. So anyway, enough of that. And if you could message me back if you've got any comments on how to do that, that'd be much appreciated, because I love working with other people. I'm not in competition with anybody, and I hope people aren't in competition with me, because I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to do my thing because this is what I enjoy, and I want to do this for as many years as I can. So anyway, thumbs up, and thanks for watching if you watched all the way through. And hey, if you feel like it's subscribed to me, I'd love that. It'd be great. It's my goal, and I don't know how many I'm going to get before I leave this beautiful earth, but it'd be nice for a subscribe. Take care.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.